Willie D. Live.
Man, let's go back to Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Okay.
Man, what was it like growing up in the household ran by Carl and Bernadette?
What about the government names?
What was that like?
It was interesting, man. Because originally we grew up in the projects and off Kirtland Air Force Base and moved around the city so much.
Was your pop in the military?
No, it was just right off the base. There was a little project place there. It was an interesting place to grow up in. Now that I've been traveled so much as an adult, that it's. I always tell my pops, like, yo, what the fuck? Because like he went to the University of New Mexico. He's from LA, and he went out there for college ball, and he ended up just staying out there. And like when I go back, like I went to a small town college as well, in Knoxville, Tennessee. And so I'll be telling my dad, like, yo, what the fuck made you stay? Like, why would you stay in Albuquerque? And I mean, nothing against Albuquerque, but it's like, you from a big city, you understand, in order to make moves and try to, strive and if you have a lot of ambition, small cities like that are very hard to have upward mobility in. Those are like towns like that, you work at the post mill, your dad did, and it's generations of like workers, and there's not a lot of movement and growth there unless you're inventing something. And I don't know, I was just like, why did you stay there? Because growing up there was a really weird experience because there wasn't a lot to do, and so when you're kids and there's not a lot to do, you find trouble, especially in poor areas, and that's where we was from. And it was unique in Albuquerque because it was the center of a drug trade, because I-25 and I-40 ran directly across, so there was a lot of drug trafficking that went on there. And so our neighborhoods were filled with drugs, but I grew up with it, so I thought that's what it always was. And so it wasn't like crack and like a lot. It was a lot of weed, but it was more so like mushrooms and meth and shit like that, and like wild drugs that, like, you seen Breaking Bad?
Did I see Breaking Bad? I don't think I did.
Well, Breaking Bad is like this. You heard of it though, right?
Yeah, I heard of it. Yeah.
It was like meth labs and shit like that.
Yeah.
Like that's a real thing. Like people was doing a lot of drugs at a young age. Like when I moved to California for high school, and
San Diego, right?
Yeah, San Diego.
Yeah.
And I kind of looked at everybody like kind of prude almost, like y'all ain't into this, like y'all don't be getting down, like, because I was just used to it. Like it was like we was rolling weed in class, like that type shit. Like
you think you going to California is definitely going to be faster than
yeah,
where you come from,
and it wasn't. And so but by that time my head was on straight and everything. But I mean that's why I ended up moving, was because I was just doing bad. It was just that it was the environment. The environment was very lackadaisical, not a lot of push. There wasn't a lot of adults around me anyway at the time that were pushing me in the right direction. A lot of people there go there and they get really stagnant because the food is amazing. It's a very slow-paced city. It's like where you go to retire. And for young kids, there's not a lot of like ambitious drive to go do shit. And so a lot of us got caught and stuck in that cycle. And I got lucky, and my dad was like, nah, we're going to get you up out of here.